Yantituo ne tia krabo. Yantituo ne tia krabo. Ensu anto hohia ma. Ya wode biedi ya yaw. Ubetimrane, ubetisu beti awerehosem a. Na nye ne seya. Eba no se na ba mo wo ye keta kwasha pataso na ye twa gyajoyi. Wa bob kwabrane biribiri. Bentwene bo wo gina kwakon. Ba mo wa pem ne bode na boho. Global Media Alliance, Happy FM, YFM, and ETV Ghana. Abusia dia to wani. Munio, let me nebi. DJ Advisor, Isaac Digraft Dankwa. And Abamu didn't say you na canning. Yantitio near Tiakrabo. And Nedie, I had the Bonea Mayen. Munio, let me nebi. Munie, don't push me, or I will go myself. Bamu Eban Sani. Benchabo, ye mwedi kanye diu. Happy FM, mwedi kanye diu. YFM, mwedi kanye diu. Wabusuya ujire wa dofo mwedi kanye diu. Ye tiefo nyinasi ya maudakra. Abusuya, DJ Advisor. Don't push me, or I will go myself. Yanti. Enedie, isun ejade yen. Ye diare ho. Demrifa. Ye ma demrifa die. Ema kwanso kusa.
Well, yes, you're tuning to ETV Ghana. This is your world of quality entertainment, and you're welcome to the Late Night Celebrity Show. Still in celebration and in the spirit of mourning our dearest departed, Isaac Digraft Dankwa, also known as DJ Advisor. And so here on the Late Night Celebrity Show and at Global Media Alliance, BC, we've decided to dedicate the entire show in memory of DJ Advisor. So tonight is all about DJ Advisor, everything about DJ Advisor. We are here to celebrate and also, give this show to his memory. But before then, let me go straight to the phone line, and then let me take this interview. And then I come back to the studio and welcome my guests. So good evening. Good evening. Please, how are you?
Very well.
We thank God. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome once again.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So it's all about the Ghana Beverage Awards, and we just want to ask a few questions and ask how you have fared since you received your award. How has it been like since the award?
Well, I would say great. Because last year we won Gin of the Year, which was Castle Bridge.
Okay.
Okay, so for me, I would say it boosted our sales. Yeah.
Wow. So since then, and with the introduction of COVID, how have you fared with COVID in the market? Though you said it boosted sales.
Well, I would say, because of the COVID, it affected most of the beverage industry, including ourselves. But it also brought about some new innovations, like bringing out new products like the sanitizer, Guinness sanitizer in the market.
Okay.
So though sales wasn't really up, but it wasn't really bad. Yeah. Yeah.
So apart from the sanitizer, were there any other introduction in the market?
Not really, but we had other products that were rebranded.
Wow. Which other products?
We have Chevalier Brandy.
Chewa?
And then Chevalier Brandy.
Chevalier branding.
Yes. And then we have Herbafreak and then Madingo.
Oh, wow.
We introduced a premium brand. So.
Oh, that's a premium brand. I like the Madingo. My director will like it.
Don't worry, I'll sort you out.
Yeah. I have to come and see you for that one. But what are your expectations for this year's one?
Well, I mean, of course, my expectation is to win more awards. I mean, for this year, Ghana Beverage Award. Yeah, so our expectations. Last year we had one. This year we are hoping that could be 2 or more. So
Okay. We wish you all the best. And any final words before you leave us?
Yes. Like I just want to thank the organizers of the Ghana Beverage Award for their support towards the Ghana beverage industry.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I also want to take this opportunity to thank the managing director of Gihog Distilleries, Alabama Kofi Juma, and all the staff and site staff of Gihog throughout the country and even beyond.
Oh, you're welcome.
So it's all about teamwork. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody. They made this happen. So I just want to thank them.
On behalf of the staff, I want to also say that we are also grateful for thanking us, and we promise you that we will do more and work harder.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
And that is the operations manager for Gayhawks Distillery, and in the person of Efia Boafo, who joined me not long ago. So before we continue the interview, let's go again and check this video out. Now we are trying to help you to know how to handle, your wine glasses and handle your wine anytime you have the opportunity to enjoy your wine or your champagne. So let's go and take a look at this video. And there you saw how to handle it, and there are actually names for the glasses. There's a flute glass, and there is a coupe glass, and you have to share between 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Let me introduce my guest, and then we get into the discussion. DJ, Mr. DJ Havko. All right. Havko, so we wine, or champagne. How do you handle your glass? Okay, so you have the base of the cup in between your fingers, and then the thumb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you know the name for that?
I don't know.
I'll teach you that later.
Yeah,
I like holding the base.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, I saw that I think in a movie and.
Yeah, that's for the big boys.
You sure?
It's for the big boys, so yeah, that's how we handle. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's a tribute show in honor of our brother, DJ Advisor. You can send your messages of condolence or anything about Advisor you want to share to 0202222054, 0202222054, and I'll be happy to read and then share it. So DJ Advisor had a very close friend, one of whom we have in the studio. So today he's not here as a musician, though we'll talk briefly about music, but he's here as a friend of DJ Advisor, and we're going to, talk more and then know some of the memories of DJ Advisor. So you're welcome.
Sorry, thank you.
Because our brother is somewhere very good, smiling at us right now. See, first off, how did you take the information when you heard that this is what had happened?
Well, I think it was very shocking and very tough at the same time, because I had seen him 3 days earlier. I had gone to the hospital to visit him 3 days earlier, you know what I mean? And when I went there, the conversation we had, he told me that, the people, he was receiving some drip. And so the people said, oh, the way is going pretty well. And so if he keeps going like that, he should be home by Friday.
Wow.
So that was, so for me, when I went home, I was waiting for the news that he's been released, and then on Thursday early morning, I received the news that, he's unfortunately passed. So it was very tough and shocking.
So you were not expecting it, and I don't know how to even put this one. Like, were you what was the how was the demeanor, or how did you react when you were told that, oh, there's the news?
Shocked.
Did you scream?
Yes, shocked. Because when I heard it, I shouted, "How?" That was the first word that came out of my mouth. Like, how? Because when A+ called me and told me that, yo, do you know what's happened? And it was early in the morning, like 6. I was even going to the studio. He called me and was like, do you know what has happened? I'm like, what? And, me and him, we talk often. So I'm like, what? Like, advisor died. I say, how? Because we both had spoken, about him that day, because we're supposed to go together with Kofi Bawone. We're supposed to go together, but he did not get time. So me and Babone went. And so, I was surprised by how, because the man said he was going to go home on Friday. And then today is Thursday. And so it was like, I was shocked.
Let's go down memory lane. How did the whole friendship start? How did you meet Advisor? How long?
Well, I met Advisor through Reggie Zippy.
Okay.
I met Advisor somewhere in 2008. We had, back then we were in Fama, we had recorded disco, and we're looking for, the strategy to put a promotion together. And Advisor used to call Reggie a lot. At that time, me and Reggie used to live in the same house in Dansoman. So he used to call Reggie a lot. So I told Reggie, Charlie, this Advisor guy, the force, so I would love to talk to him about them from our project. So one day we spoke to Advisor, he said we should come to Choice FM. So we went to Choice FM. Back then, Choice FM was opposite Accra Girls.
Yeah.
So we went there. That was how our friendship kick-started. And so when we met him, he, booked the interview for us, started a promotion, playing the song all over, and then from there we just like clicked, just became friends. And then I remember in 2010 or 2011 when we're doing, we did an event at the Trade Fair Center, which was it was an A+ event, but we're all working together. So Advisor came on board, and then we all executed the show. And so Advisor became like a friend, a family, like everything. So for me, for instance, every time I come to town, I'll hit Advisor, I'll call him, Charlie, we come town, we come chop for semis, make you come, and then he would come. And then, so for Advisor, one thing is that every time I'll release a song, if for example, if I'll release a song tomorrow, because he plays in the evening, I usually send it to DJs the evening before the morning.
Okay.
But for him, when I send it to him, he won't acknowledge the receipt, like if I've gotten the song, anything. But then he will send the video. So when he sends the video, I'll be like, oh, you play go like, yeah, Charlie Matiano. So we used to have that, and we've been, that close. Prior to his demise, we spoke. There was time I wasn't hearing of him on radio. So for me, when I wasn't, I called him. I was like, they come. I was like, I know they feel well, but when
boys there.
Whenever he said that, I thought it was just one of them. I know they feel well, some. So then on the 6th of January, I came here. I came on the show.
Yeah, the show.
So that day he was here. So you remember when we closed, we all spoke and everything.
So
yeah, and I was like, oh, you're back, Charlie, and all that. So we did not speak again, and then I realized he had again gone absent on the show. So I called him again, and that was when he told me he had been admitted at 37. And I said, I'll find a way and pass through. So I went there on the Monday, the week that he died. I went there on the Monday. And then on Tuesday, that was this Monday and the week. This 3 days ago, the week. And then, so Charlie, tough.
Well, I met him here.
Yeah.
I started here around 2010, 11. So that was when I met him. And then I was working as an events executive then.
Okay.
So, he was also then handling most of the events. So we'll have meetings together.
Yeah.
And you would see the vibrancy in how he works.
Yeah.
He's never tired until the job is done.
Yeah.
Always has like fresh ideas. How can we maximize this? How can we do it? Let's do that. So that's how it started with me. And then I got the opportunity to even MC his wedding through that. And then I think 2013 or so, I was not here again, so we had to do. So it was a bit until 2017 came back, and then we came to meet him again. So let's look at his field as a DJ. What would you say are some of his, or how impactful has he been in that field?
Well, I think that it's very simple and straightforward. I think that he won the best
music promoter
for I think 4 times.
Back
yes.
to back.
So that should tell you that he did some awesome job. And Advisor was somebody he had 4 hours on radio every evening, and I think he did his best in promoting music. I mean, which artist would say that he never appeared on Advisor's show? I believe everybody. Everybody. I mean, because his show, it gets the city locked down in the evenings, and Advisor is somebody who will always gravitate towards positivity, and you know what I mean. So every time when the song is good and it gets to him, he's gonna push it. For me, every time, for me and him there, when I text him, like, Charlie, why the song you stop the play? Like, if you're on that level, you see, and that on that week, if we expect he go bang sometimes I used to tell him that, Charlie, if I give you pressure, don't mind me, because I know say that artists are many, and you can't, Charlie, if everybody is calling you, you're one person and all of that.
And I'm told he never took payola.
Well, fine, if he didn't, like, for me and him there, it was, brotherly level, so I won't be able to speak for others, but I know that he was somebody who dedicated himself for the job. He had passion for the job. That was Advisor. He had passion for the job. Whenever he comes to an event or he appears at any place, you could realize that he wanted to do something. He gets himself involved in doing something. So it tells you that the passion was there. I remember when he was doing his event here.
Yeah.
Yes, the first day I saw the artwork, I called him. And I'm like, how are you doing an event and I'm not a part of it? And he was like, oh, come here, Fredo. And I'm like, no, you should let me know. Because I always felt like the only way to pay him back is to come and play the event. Yeah. Because he's played my song, and so if he's doing an event, I should be able to come and pass through for him. So I remember they said we were playing with Create Band, and the Create Band, they were based somewhere on the Kaswa Road. Me, I live in Sakumono. I had to go all the way there to go and rehearse with the band and come here. But I saw it as giving back to him because he had been there for me so many occasions. So I just had to come and do it for him. So Advisor there, I would say that he is somebody who had passion for the work. And he will come through every time, unless you don't call him. The moment you speak to him, say, Charlie, I did do something here, you go be pass through, he definitely going to be there. And when he comes, he won't come and stand idle. He'll come and get himself involved in something. Either he'll come and DJ, or he'll come and MC, or he'll come and play a part some way, somehow. Some way, somehow. So he always became the brother's brother. Like, I've seen a lot of artists speak so, positivity about him. I saw Sister Fia's tweet, and then she said, you were the first person who hosted me on radio and introduced me to the world, and I will never forget it. And so I was like, yeah, Advisor would just do it for everyone. So, he had a passion and everything, and it was just a wonderful girl. We just have lost a gem, who would have played a bigger role and a bigger part in rebuilding this industry. But unfortunately, Charlie.
Let's pause here for a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's still for Advisor.
You're a superstar.
You make me wanna rearrange the alphabet, so I put you next to letter I. Take my heart, baby, carry go. If you leave me, baby, I'm gone. It's when I saw me, sissy. I can't go for the king, I know ya. Yeah, this thing would dress man. I'm burning what's I'm in. Young boy, everything's so touchy, all and everything's so touchy. Oh, I see that young boy, hey. But time I dey chase and then no money dey go. Hey, see my heart, my push it up and they grind for my baby. Like the air and the feeling for everywhere I go. One drop, one time again, say. Step by step you come up on the ladder. No wings but we fly so higher. Push up, papi go harder. Do the right thing, me say watch no matter. On a missionary of my job, standing and containing what it comes to my right. It's be serious, it rough so far. But romance never shake me, I go come so far. Here I come, from ghetto to heaven. Through me see, the rap up me servant. Moving shit in Jolly, you don't care. Well, yes, I am on your man, Crawford, it's here. Maba show, I see a well live band, and Mamma. Motete, worry, dig, come on, I say, you won't know. Yabba be a person who say, where you be. Oh, Hanky will shut you on that baby. Jimmy, who na yenye bibi, movie and chesse. Aha, you happy after my sassy soul. I'll go myself. Good morning, Ghana. My name is DJ Advisor. We did it for the first time, we did it for the second time, and this is the third time on the road. Now, let me just say this to our musicians. Listen, music promotion is not free. Listen. Music, you spend time to record in the studio, you pay for your videos, but the key element, which is promotion, is not free. Pay the DJ. Thank you very much.
Advisor there receiving his third award for Music Promoter of the Year, and is one award that, undoubtedly he's won it over and over. And it was a fact that if he doesn't play your song, then it's not a hit. If your song will be a hit, Advisor must touch the song. They're advocating for DJs. And so let me ask you, based on that one, that form of advocacy, you being in the music field and all, is this something that we should push? Do you think we should, create the awareness? Because I say artists are saying that DJs are not playing their songs, and then DJs too are saying that because the artists are not respecting them, with honoring them? What is the balance?
You see, the whole thing is that the industry needs a lot of education because the DJs need the music to run their programs. As a matter of fact, when you play a song on radio, you're supposed to pay the artist. The artists, the radios need to pay money to GAMRO, who are the collection royalties society, and then they will also pay the artists. So because the whole thing is that the DJs, you've been employed by an institution, which is the radio, that wants to use the musicians' intellectual rights to run the station. So in effect, the musicians should be collecting royalties, but the whole thing is that we don't have that system. Our system is turned upside down, you know what I mean? Because music systems, we don't log music. I don't know any radio station in Ghana that logs the music. We don't monitor. We don't have the monitoring system and all of that. That is why it has become the way it's become. But I believe if the systems get in place, musicians will get their due. DJs also are going to get their due because for the role they also play, they definitely also going to. That's why when you go to the Western countries, DJs don't care about musicians' money, because they also make a sizable amount of money that wouldn't even let them go to a musician to say that, oh, give me money or something. Because the moment in the chain, in the entire chain in the industry, when everything is fixed, the money will flow through every
So you
chain.
also paid from the royalty?
Oh,
The login, the DJ is also paid from that, or?
I mean, for the DJs, when it runs like that, the music, the radio is going to have a proper music structure. What the DJ plays will not be in the power of the DJ anymore. It's going to come from the radio. So the DJ is going to be an important player also in the chain, who needs to be serviced well. Because somebody will say that today, some DJs are not even paid well, and so I mean, if they ask for money, they are right. Which of course I agree. But the point is that when all these things get fixed well, they will become an important players in their field, to the point that the radios will make sure that they are taken good care of, you know.
Not to sway though, but I heard you one time with Uncle Rex.
Yeah.
With the whole Gamro and how far with that one? As a debate?
No, I mean it wasn't like a debate or
So
something.
it was really heated.
Yeah, I mean it was heated because I mean we had found informations that I was trying to, you know, bring to bear, and we had met Gamro. We have a group called Alliance for Change, which is, you know, a lot of musicians included Reggie Mboli, Hammer, McDarlington, Edem, you know, Dead Body. We're many, you know, and so Beat Minutes and Seven and, you know, Kofi Babo and everybody. So the whole point is that we have met Gamro. We have sat down with them. We wanted to know how monies are distributed. We wanted to know how they collect monies from the radio stations, because if the radios don't log the music, there is no tariffs. That shows that if you play a half coast song, that half coast gets 20 pesos. So how do you collect the monies? What chart do you show them for them to know that this is how much you have to pay? Because obviously they're going to grade you by your audience size and to take the money. Now when they take the money, how do they distribute the money? How will they know that this year Half Coast music has been played a lot of times and so he needs some money? You know, that is where the mistake is, because a lot of people don't understand the Gamro system. There are a lot of musicians in Ghana here who don't even understand that. People who have registered with Gamro and do not even have a single song on radio being played, but they take money from Gamro. So he admitted that monies have been going into wrong hands simply because some of these things haven't been fixed. You understand? So he admitted that, yes, but they are working towards it. And then also we spoke about, we had seen their financial reports, you know, for the years 2016, 2017, 2018, and we looked at some of the areas that we thought were very, very questionable. For example, if the board the board spends about 160,000 Ghana, and then you feel like asking questions like, what is the highest amount ever paid to a musician? And then they said 3,000. And then I said, the board are 12. If you divide 160,000 by 12 people, how much do you get? Everybody gets close to maybe 8,000, 9,000, for the year. And if the artist name you money, his kind of money, so say, or no, 3,000 or less. Cost me when I did the ability and that very popular song, and then in 6 months you send me 100 Ghana. I did our story, very popular song. 6 months, send me 100 Ghana. How much is the studio cost? How much is video? You understand? So all these things, we need to fix it. Other than that, things will go south. And
so how is the alliance working towards? Because if you had not mentioned the Alliance for Change, I mean, I wouldn't have So apart from having this, what's in plan?
I mean,
what's in
the beginning, we sort of wanted to, call the public's attention to all that has been happening out there. But we realized that, some of the people are not interested. Those who are interested think that we are coming to fight and all of that. So we have changed our strategy. Now we have taken it upon ourselves to educate as many musicians as we can.
Okay.
So we have been organizing master class. Last week we organized the first big one on Zoom on Facebook, where we included like industry stalwarts like DJ Rab, Hammer was there, Reggie Zippy, McDarlington, Beat Menace, Seven, all these technical guys who knows about the system and knows about what's happening. Because we have companies in Ghana here who could actually design software for us to do the monitoring and stuff. So we have been doing meetings behind the scenes. We have also written letters to the Attorney General's office wanting to clarify certain things, wanting change and all of that. Because at this point, Gamro says they have about 4,000 musicians. And we feel like Ghana is expanding. The number of musicians are becoming many. We can't give a license to only Gamro to regulate all these things. Because when you go to South Africa, the number of musicians registered out there are not even many than us, but they have about 3 different CMOs, you understand? So we want to see if a license could be given. If not, we need to revamp the system that we have, because it has been like that for so many years and there's been no change, you understand? And now we have one of our legendary musicians, that is Ankorek Sumar, who is the board chairman there, and we expect more from him because he is somebody who has done the advocacy for years. He actually at a point even went to chase someone with a cutlass out there. So today, if he is in the helm of affairs, we expect more from him, but every time you speak about it, you come across as somebody who wants to come and fight or something like that. But if we are in 2021, and if you can't register your music or you can't register your membership with Gamro online, then we're joking. You have to carry all your CDs or whatever and go to their office to go and do registration and all of it. If somebody lives outside Ghana and wants to do the registration,
it means the person has to come
of course, even when did we centralize the banking system and all? We need to centralize the system. I mean, my music should be played for me to receive a message to know that, Happy FM just dropped maybe Playboy, or Joy FM just dropped Playboy. All these things can be done. It is just a common software. Today, the white people, they've taken a rover to Mars. The impossibilities of the impossible.
Going for a quick commercial break. A lot to talk about anytime you meet Dada Hafko. But then keep your messages coming, 02022222054. Your fondest memories, your message of condolence, anything you want to share about DJ Advice, I'm going to read it. 02022222054. I'll be right back.
You're a superstar.
Okay, so welcome back, and this is the late night celebrity show in honor of our brother Isaac DeGraft, aka DJ Advisor, and I have Dada Havko and come some DJ Havko. I have Dada Havko here. So some messages here that you can also call on 055 565 7278. 055 565 7278. This one says we've had so many gigs together since 2007. He's more like a brother. We had a term, young man. I remember, and it's true. He likes that. Young man, what's up? Media, he called me Natty almost all the time. I remember I called him sometime after he won the DJ's award to come spread me shawarma. His always funny self, he said, young man, find some soaking sock. His memories will live on and on. May his soul rest in perfect peace. This is Prince Mary from Spintex. That's it. Hafko, what's your fondest memory of Advisor?
I have many, but I think when, when 2019 when Charlie, I went for the Ghana Music Awards UK. I remember we spoke and he was like, "Bruh, maybe." I'm like, DJ, maybe. You know? And you know, he would laugh.
Yeah.
He laughed so hard, and Charlie, I think that was very, very funny. You know, like the way he went about it.
Yeah.
You know,
he's always with jokes.
Yes. But we have so many. Like whenever I bring a song and the song starts doing good, like he will call me, Charlie, I didn't know. You know, like, and then we'll talk about it. Every time, me and Kofi, every time we come to Semis here, every time when we get there, we'll call him, DJ, Charlie, come make we chop lunch. Sometimes he will say, Charlie, me in office, Charlie, make you come. And then he comes, we eat, and then, you know. Other times, you know, we can even bring the food here. So, Advisor dear Charlie, he wasn't just a friend. I think we had gone beyond the artist, DJ level. It was actually like brotherhood. Because he would call me, even sometimes when he needs, you know, an advice on something, he would call me. He would call me and be like, Charlie, bro, what do you think about this? Or how do you see this? You know, and then I'll tell him, Charlie, this is my mind. You know, so Advice idea, we had so many things, you know, we talked about and all.
Okay, let's take a final words and then your message to him, and then we wrap up.
Well, the final words there, Charlie. I think that nobody knows tomorrow. You know, this thing came as a shock. Nobody ever thought or believed that Advisor would leave the earth so very soon. And so, you know, whatever we do, I think we should just pray for long life and also show a lot of love, you know, because if a young guy like him could die today, you know, it could be anybody else tomorrow. So let's show more love, you know, let's respect people. The way Timmy were coming is not really, really important. The hate towards people is not really important because whatever we acquire here in this world, we're definitely going to leave. You know, so we should just love one another and show respect to each other. You know, and I think that whenever the funeral time comes, I mean, the musicians, I'm appealing to all of you guys, we should just come in our numbers, you know, to come and bid him, you know, the best of farewells. I think it's not about money or anything, but you see, you know, we just have to be present for people to know that at the end of the day, the man did a good job for us. He helped us. And, you know, in reciprocating it, we're also coming to, you know, pay our last respect. So that is my final message to everybody.
Okay, thank you very much. And we here will also do well to put the date out so that you can also come support with your presence. My name is Pastor Romanus, and I was here with Dada Hafko. And on this note, I will say good night, and I'll end with what Advisor always end with is, or says, don't push me, I'll go myself. Good night.